Hey, everyone who's just tuning in, give me a thumbs up if you can hear me all right. Little sound check. Check, check. Mic check 1, 2. Check, check 1, 2. Check, check 1, 2. Happy Sunday to everyone, and day after daylight savings time, it's over. We can move on with life, and everybody's a little tired today. It is Pip from a little misty, hazy, foggy, cloudy Salt Lake City International Airport. Glad you could join us on this Sunday afternoon and just catching up on Southwest Airlines 737 MAX 8 departing here on runway 34 left. We're on the west side today. It's kind of a little bit of everything: sun, haze, fog, mist. We get it all today. Welcome into everybody. Let me know everything's sounding okay and looking okay. We're pleased to have you on board. And if you're new to the channel, of course, the old mantra, like and subscribe, because that's the best way to know where we're going to be and when, because we'll put out videos like the one you saw this morning. And there goes Southwest Airlines out to the West Coast, Denver, or excuse me, Los Angeles. Hello, hello to everyone. We're looking at Concourse A, our old standby Concourse A. Another busy Sunday. Spring break Sunday for much of Utah. I think a lot of America too. We'll see what we get. We're supposed to have Paris, London, and also Amsterdam moved back an hour for arrival. So maybe we'll catch those towards the trail end of our broadcast here. We'll go till 2:30 local time. So we're here for the next 2 hours or so. Hello, everybody, for joining in from Salt Lake City International. As you can see, today is a little bit of clouds, a little bit of mist, a little bit of sun. So not as good visibility as normal, but nonetheless, we can still see the terminal. So that's good. And thank you for the like and welcome in, everybody. We're on a north flow today with light north winds out of the north. So the planes will be arriving from the south, which you can see. That's where the camera is pointed, towards the south. So yeah, it's about I'd say 45 degrees today. So again, mid 40s, a little bit of rain, nothing too menacing. I saw there might be some thunder showers in western Colorado, which was interesting to note. So we'll see what happens. But hello, everyone. Pip is here, and plane spotting and plane spotters never fear because Pip is here. There we go. PPL, Pip's Plane Spotting Live. Today is the 12th. If you can hear and see everything okay and it's not choppy, let me know. If it is choppy, let me know. We're here to bring quality and quantity. The old double action going on. Arriving from Spokane is 3523 on an E175 here on runway 34 left. Welcome back from Spokane, which is about a 10-hour drive if we were to drive it from Salt Lake to Spokane, Washington, in the eastern part of the state. And we are looking southwest today. Can't see the mountains. It's a little foggy, a little hazy. I don't know what the METAR will say. Let's look up the old METAR. Or if Morgan's listening in, if he can look up the METAR, because I'm too lazy. I'm almost out of data on my other phone. Happy Sunday to everyone. Hope you're having a good Sunday evening or Sunday afternoon, wherever you might be. Yeah, so light winds out of the north, 4 statute miles and broken at 1500. So here's we've got an inbound CRJ from, I'm guessing, Butte, Montana on the CRJ 200. The plane, the tiny plane that goes. It's like the little engine that could, the CRJ 200 that could. Just keeps going. Hi, everyone. And don't be afraid to say hi or to pop the old thumbs up button if you like what you see. It is Pip here until 2:30 local times or so. So we'll get some plane spotting action in today. We're looking at our old friend Concourse A here at Salt Lake City International Airport. If you're new, this is my home base, Salt Lake. So here in Utah in the United States, if you're across the seas. Whoops. As always, let me know how the broadcast is, if it sounds good, if the video looks good. Thank you for the like and welcome in. We're looking for quality and quantity, best of both worlds. Southwest Airlines taking the stage there with their 737-700 headed to Sacramento. Thank you for the like. So nice to have you aboard here on Sunday. It's kind of cloudy, kind of misty here in Salt Lake City. So we'll make sure we don't get fogged out here. As that Southwest 737-700 departs to Sacramento. Hi, everyone, for logging on. Good to see you. So nice for you to join me here on a Sunday. Got my church in. Said the amens to the men upstairs. And now plane spotting here. It's actually not too bad today. It's just a little misty and foggy, so we can't really see the mountains in the view as well. It is mid 40s. So another nice day. We're starting to warm up here. Gradual. Inbound to us in the next 10 minutes will be Delta 1710 from Seattle and a 737-900. And then we've got next after them is Delta 3922, Delta Connection flight from Billings, Montana, and the great space that is Montana. So thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Just getting started here at Salt Lake International. One thing I noted with daylight savings time, the European arrivals, the transatlantics on Delta are actually moved back an hour. So they're in the, instead of the 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock range, they're like the 2 to 3:30. So we may stay on a little bit extra to see if we can catch those. Might as well have a little fun. We are live at Salt Lake City International Airport, looking at the end of Concourse A on the west side of the airport. I'm high up on the 5th floor, rooftop parking garage. Thanks for the like and welcome in. Encourage you, if you're new to the channel, subscribe. Subscribing is the best way to know when and where we'll be on. Try and let people, give them a heads up what's going on. The more the merrier. So while we have a minute waiting for that Seattle arrival, I wanted to show you something. Justin Allen, one of our subscribers, he said he was doing a nature trail walk on the south side of Salt Lake Airport, which is true. So if you haven't been to Salt Lake Airport before and you ever find yourself with a couple of hours, maybe you can catch the Hyatt Place shuttle there, that building right center of the screen. So there's actually a nature trail walk. It's just in the prairies there on the south end of the airport. And it goes from the Hyatt Place Hotel right there. And it goes all the way. Thank you for the like and welcome in. It goes all the way just south of the airport and across. It keeps going south, or it keeps going across the south end of the airport. It never crosses I-80 there, but it goes all the way to the other side of the airport. So the entire airport property, you can walk the entire south end. So it's pretty cool. Thought I'd point that out while we have a minute. Hi, everyone. Thanks for the like and saying hi. Let me know how the audio and video looks. It's kind of misty and hazy, so no need to wonder if it's just kind of a meh day. So with the fog, and I don't know if it's the inversion or if it's just the fog, whatever it is, it's a little sketchy today. Visibility is not as great. Looking at the forecast, it looks like it will require an alternate for the rest of the day here in Salt Lake City. Thank you for the like and welcome in. So nice to see you. Don't be afraid. Say hi. Looking at a Southwest 737-700 headed to the West Coast, it appears. Getting ready to depart. That is headed to Burbank on Southwest 655. And no delays. That inbound Seattle Delta Flight 1710 is on its final. So it is ready to roll. Where is it? It just disappeared. Ah, that fog is going to be a little menacing in the haze. I see how you are. But we'll quickly turn to the southwest to catch our Seattle arrival on a 737-900 Delta 1710. Sure, we'll see things start to fill up here on Concourse A on the even gates here in the next little bit. So we're looking at Concourse A. There are two concourses in Salt Lake City if you've never been to the airport or just tuning into our broadcast for the first time. Thank you so much for doing so. Things are going to ramp up. It's a little light, the 1 o'clock hour, but 2 o'clock and 3, the arrivals and the departures are going to increase. Don't be afraid to say hi. This is episode number 20 of PPL, Pip's Plane Spotting Live. And if you see anything you'd like to have improved, let me know. We're going to eventually, obviously, if you'd like to donate, we'll eventually have that soon. We're going to try and get 600 hours of viewing time this week. That's a lot to ask, but I know that you guys can help me out. It would mean a lot. Looking straight west right now. This is the western edge of the Salt Lake City metro area. So if you go too much farther, you are in the wilderness, the salt flats. Got Delta 3922 coming our way, just around the corner. And then 10 minutes behind them is Delta 2045 from San Jose and an A220 100. Expectation of things will pick up here after 1:30 and the 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock hour. But I wanted to get over here as soon as I could after church. Hello, everyone who's tuning in. Looks like our gates here on Concourse A are going to start filling up. Seven 800 for Delta. Looks like I may be going to gate Alpha 14 here. Nice. Well, thank you very much. Watching from Kauai. That's what I like to hear. I'm sure it's nice and clear in Kauai too. I like your username, just Kauai, so you represent the entire island. So thank you for saying hi. I'm Pip. This is episode number 20. So we've done 20 of these episodes. And we like to do them. I like to do them. It's just me with the camera and the equipment. So glad to hear everything looks clear and sounding clear. And always, if you have any questions about aviation in general, I'm here to help and answer them as best I can. I know DFW Plane Spotter will be thrilled that the Delta hub here is just basically a 737 Bonanza and Airbus A319 and 320 party. So, but I like the 319. It would probably be my favorite airplane to start an airline with. So we pan back southwest as we got arrivals heading on runway 34 left here on the west side. This is Delta 3922, Delta Connection from Billings. Oops. Next 30 minutes, we expect more arrivals from Seattle on a 737-800, and then also Portland on an A319. Both Delta Airlines flights. Next half hour. We may stay a little bit later because they moved with the daylight savings time thing done. The Transcon flights are now an hour later, so they're in the 2 to 3 o'clock hour. So we may stay a little bit later to catch them. Next up is Delta 2045, an Airbus A220-100. Should pop out there just past the cell phone tower. Whoops. In just a moment. Oh, there it is. Nice and smooth landing there by that captain. Tell you, I don't know if anybody out there plays Flight Simulator, but I'm really looking forward to when somebody does finishes the mod for the A220. That's one of my favorite airplanes in the Dreamliner, of course. So looking forward to that. Well, look at that. We get some regional jet action here on the mainline terminal. Lucky them. They must have called in a favor. Going to Alpha 8, it looks like. Thanks for the like and welcome in. Hi, I'm Pip. If you've never virtually met me, I'm an aviation enthusiast and a longtime flight dispatcher. Encourage you to like and subscribe to the channel. That way you'll know when and where we'll be broadcasting next from. I'll typically just put out a video the night before or the morning of, so you're aware. Welcome in, everyone. Just looking at what appears to be Delta Connection 3922, blocking into gate Alpha 8. One thing interesting about Salt Lake International is the concourses are very long, so you need to be in shape. So I'm going to zoom out here. So the gates end at like Alpha 2, Alpha 1. They're at the very end, and then they increase in number. So the higher numbers are the gates you want if you're flying in here. Otherwise, it's a longer walk to the terminal. So just a little information for y'all. Expect this side of the concourse to start to fill up in the next hour. Can expect to see Delta 2878 from Seattle, Delta 402 from JFK, and Delta 2532 from Portland, Oregon in the next 25 minutes as they are making their descent. And also, it looks like ATC has routed Delta 2347 as our next arrival on 34 runway 34 left on an Airbus A220 300. And there is another addition to the west south side concourse of Concourse A. We continue to fill up the gates here. It's going to be out of my view, but it looks like they're going to send them to Alpha 18. We will see, but they'll probably be hiding under that bridge. But we'll turn our way and make our way to the beginning of runway 34 left so that we can catch that arrival from Orange County, John Wayne, Orange County in Southern California. Which, by the way, is a really cool airport. Why? And challenging airport. Why? Because it has one runway, there's noise restrictions, and the runway for commercial airlines is only 5,700 feet. About that. So it's a challenging airport and it's a short one. So if you ever fly into Orange County, remember to have your seatbelt on when you land. Top of the hour here in Salt Lake City, Utah. You're watching PPL, Pip's Plane Spotting Live. And I am Pip. And pleased to be with you. And thank you for tuning in. We'll be here until around 2:30 or so. So we're not going anywhere. There's our Airbus A220-300 variant. We've been talking about airline time and Zulu and UTC. So remember that when we in the United States and most of the states, we jumped forward and sprung forward, we jumped ahead an hour, but the Zulu time always stays the same no matter what time of year, which means instead of 7 hours behind here in Mountain Standard Time, or in Mountain Time, we're now 6 hours because we jumped 1 hour closer to UTC time. So just keep that in mind. Fun fact. Hi, everyone who just joined. Encourage you to like and subscribe. Don't be afraid to say hi. We are in spring break Sunday mode. So it was very busy as I was walking through the terminal. I mean, let's take a look. We can take a look here at the economy parking lot here. Looks pretty full to me. So we pan to the left. That's just economy. I'm here in the parking garage. And those lots are only like 3 years old and they're almost full. So I think we should build another parking garage here. Thank you for the like. Welcome in. Hello, hello. Let me know how things are sounding and looking and anything we can improve. Oh, hey. Oh, hey. Thank you, Chantel. It is good to see you too. You're one of my favorites. You bring a lot of good energy. Love good energy. So Chantel will be on the air for another hour and a half or so. Just so you know, you may be getting ready for bed, but I'll be around for a while if you want any good bedtime stories. That's what I'm talking about. You're an attention getter, Chantel. So we look at Southwest Airlines 2645 headed to Long Beach. Getting ready to depart on runway 34 left. And then expecting the Seattle, JFK, and Delta or Portland arrivals in the next 10 minutes. Oh, that makes me feel good. Thank you. Thank you, Chantal. That means a lot. I look forward over the coming days and months to building our virtual relationship even stronger. Well, thank you. That means a lot. That means a lot. I bet you do watch a lot of feeds. You are the aviation A plus person. I can't think of a better word. It's because of the less sleep. We all here in the United States, most states, I should say, move their clocks forward this morning. Not every state, but most of us. Look at this little gem here. I did not see this one on the radar. I like it. Bubak, hi. Your dental appointment go well this week? Good for you. Glad to hear it. Boy, this looks like an old Soviet. Gonna have to do some research on this one. Yep, it sure is. Daylight saving time. I turned my clock forward. I was not late to church. Hmm. That's a special find right there. Something you don't see every day. Well, that's what I'm trying to find out. That's a great question. I was wondering the same thing, Bubag. I will tell you in just a minute here as I scan back towards the southwest. The southwest and catch southwest. All right, so that plane, CASA CN 235 is what it's called. It looks so much. I did not see your uncle there today, and I know you said he had no arms, so I would be able to pick him out, but I did not see him. Do you know which car rental company he works for? We're looking at Southwest 2645 headed to Long Beach, California. Okay, yeah, you should ask him because then if I see him, I'll be like, hey. No delay on that departure because here comes Seattle arrival 737-900 Delta 2045. Just like that. And it is a misty, kind of foggy, low cloud day. So visibility not super awesome today, but the temperature is not too bad. So we can handle it. Next up is Delta 402 from JFK in the next 5 minutes. And then behind them is Delta 2532 from Portland, Oregon. That's not a bad idea for pilots and passengers to have diapers or on the plane. That's an interesting idea. It is spring break week here in Utah. Most of the schools are out this upcoming week, so there's a lot of travelers here in the United States. Yeah, it would smell. I would agree. So maybe not the best idea. If you're new to the channel, encourage you to subscribe and like. That way you'll know when and where we'll be broadcasting next. This is episode number 20. Thank you for the like and welcome in. Well, thank you. Thank you. I figured you would, Babag. You're super nice. Just like Chantel. Thank you so much for the like. Welcome aboard. We're at, if you this is your first time tuning in, we are in Salt Lake City, Utah, in the United States. It is locally, the time is 1. No, it's not. My computer didn't change. Yeah, it is 1:12. Yeah, it is 1:12. Okay. I'm losing my mind here, Chantel. What do I look like, huh? Oh, wow. It would be Chantel, answer that question. you you are new here. You're definitely new here. Yeah. The Broncos fans are new here. Well done. Well done. Well, I don't know if my zoom lens might be too close on my face. I know. Yeah, Chantel, as far as who has the most flights, the biggest fleet, it would be a toss up between American and Delta. Southwest doesn't. Uh, United says they want to be, but it's a toss up really between American and Delta. So I'd have to do a little more research on that one. It's true. That's right, Infidel Fireman. Yeah, I have other videos on my channel. It'll show my face. So check it out. Yeah, man, you ready for the next week of school? You probably have what? Let's see, we're in March. You probably have what? 3 weeks left? 2 weeks left? Mr. Half a Dispatcher. So did you check out that page, by the way, that that website I posted at the end of the chat? Three weeks, eh? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that website, that's definitely one of your go-tos as a dispatcher, because that's where you're going to get all your information about your delay programs and that they might have or weather delays for the National Airspace System. It has what are called escape routes. So in the event that there's weather at a airport you're trying to depart or one you're going to that has weather, they have alternate routes that are filed. So there is, I mean, it's loaded with that's like one of your go-tos. So yeah, it's cool talking about it. It was perfect. It was perfect yesterday talking about it, with you on and a lot of the other guys because a lot of people don't realize, that's one of the major things. And the other thing I came away from yesterday's broadcast is trying to instill how much we hate Florida. I wasn't blaming you, Bubag. I was just suggesting we have videos. Yeah, it's a great state. Don't get me wrong, but man, people love, and I get it because people love going to Florida because of the beaches, right? If you think about it, it's the only place warm enough right now that has, sunny weather and at the beaches. But still, it's yeah, it's a mess, and it's only going to get worse. I was thinking about it, like if ATC can or the federal government can build more airports or something, because it just, there's only so much airspace we can use, and then until it's overflow. I've been to Florida too. Telling you, man, when I start my airline, we're only flying to the panhandle. That's the word I was looking for yesterday. Only the panhandle, nowhere else. Yep, I have glasses. Yeah, you told us last time about Florida. Hopefully, you'll stay out of jail, Chantel. Keep it clean. We're high character people on PPL. Here's our A319 arrival from Portland. Yep, my glasses are on. TNT, huh? All right, infidel fireman, you've stumped me. I do not know where TNT is. Is that, let's see, is that Titusville? Where the space shuttle? Dade? Okay, nice. Yeah, that would make a lot of sense. So you have one, two, three airports within 70 miles of each other, like you said. Okay. It's in the middle of the Everglades. Yep. I wonder how many fatalities we'll have building that. Yeah, how many alligators and snakes? Yeah, they keep planes in other states, Bubag. So there are in South Florida alone. Miami gets about 50 million passengers a year. Um, oh, it is already made. I didn't know that. Well, I'll have to check that out. See, I will go home and check that out. Yeah, Miami's got 50. Fort Lauderdale has about 30. And Palm Beach, I think, gets 10 million a year. So you've got 80 million people flying in to South Florida in that 70-mile stretch. I mean, that's like the equivalent of, one, one DFW or one Chicago. Dalton, what's up, dude? Hey, you know what? We're going to stick around, I think, a little bit longer, Dalton, if we can, for battery life, because they moved with daylight savings time. They moved all the transatlantic arrivals from Amsterdam, London, and Paris back an hour. So I think everything should be in by 3 o'clock. So we may stick around until close to then if the battery holds up. So look at this Beechcraft King Air 350. Hey, and infidel fireman, guess who just drove by? Our old friend. Take a guess. Gave me a friendly hello, and I gave him a friendly hello back. Good to see him. It's like, uh oh. I saw him. I was like, oh, here we go. Now it's good to see him. That's right. Always on the lookout. Always on the lookout. Got to. Got to. That's funny. So I was trying to think too. We talked about that page yesterday, Infidel Fireman. I was trying to think other websites that I can throw at you. You obviously know the aviation weather webpage, right? Sometimes they have relief captains and crews fly those planes back. Babag? Okay. Yeah, and I figured. So when I was working at Breeze, it's dependent on like each airline has their own software. You're going to hear software that's very popular in the aviation world, especially for dispatchers. It's called WSI. It's pretty awesome, but it's also mega expensive. So if you're working for maybe a new airline, you may not have access to that yet. So really, your flight planning is going to be based on Aviation Weather Center and all the tools they have there, because that's really what WSI goes off of, but they have some more technology added to it. So they have what's called EWINS, or an enhanced weather. So not to confuse you too much, but you may, when you start out, just be at an airline that uses Aviation Weather Center, and that'll be the controlling weather. Yep, different people all the time, Bubag. Yeah. Okay, so you got access to both of them. Well, they're about the same. I will tell you, as far as quality, there's a new website that, and you've probably seen it, that Aviation Weather Center is building, and it's like in beta testing right now. But as far as user interface and quality, WSI is like, it's the one we all go gaga for. So just keep that in mind. And unless they changed, Envoy does have that. This is a A220 from 300 from Burbank, Southern California. I did not. I did not hear that, Babag. I was not aware. And I hate to say this, but lightning strikes are more common than you think. Uh, I'll just say that. But the airplanes are designed to avoid lightning. Now I'll have to check out the website. I'll have to check out Fox 13. Been kind of busy this week. So I think the consensus, I'm strongly considering heading to Colorado this week, Infidel and everyone, Chantel, Babag, Dalton. And I'm going to try and go to some, like, listen, everybody knows LAX, everybody knows San Francisco, Chicago O'Hare. So I'm going to try and go to some of the lesser known airports, hopefully. Obviously, there's Denver, but uh, um, especially with skiing, like Aspen, Eagle County. And I don't know if the connection's going to be solid. So I'm going to try and do live streams, but I'll probably go in and do some testing first. But I've got to get a couple things lined up before I can head over to Colorado. But that's the possibility. If not, then we'll hang around here in Salt Lake and Provo. What makes the turbines in the airplanes move? Yeah, I hope so too. So obviously, a turbocharger in the engine makes the turbines move. It's the easiest way to think about it is bang. Let's see. Okay, suck, squeeze, bang, blow is how an engine works. Just remember that, Babag. Seriously, that's the easiest way to remember it. Suck, squeeze, bang, blow is how an engine works. So basically what happens is you have air that comes into the engine through the fans that sucks it in. This is so basic and I love it. So the air gets sucked in by those fan blades. Yep, it gets sucked in. It'll get squeezed through a turbocharger, which compresses the air compressor. So that compressor fires the squeezes the air through the it, forgive me for the wrong term, the igniter. That's not the right, but it's kind of the same concept as like a engine in a car, but on a much larger scale with those fan blades. But then it sucks the air, creates the chemical reaction that causes the explosion, which blows the air out the back end, which creates the push. So I like your idea, Bubag. Oregon should be on the list too. Yeah, that's the easiest way. Looks like our arrival for Burbank is headed here on the south side of Concourse A. We'll be taking up gate Alpha 10. And then we got another arrival here on the south side of Concourse A. Yield 737-900. There's an Alaska 737-900. I assume it's going to Seattle. Doing the checkity check. Will be Alaska 614 headed to Seattle, but inbound into Salt Lake, we've got Delta 1590 and an Airbus A321. And then Delta Connection 3817 from Missoula, Montana. As you can see, it's kind of a cloudy, misty, low vis day. Okay. All right, Infidel, another question. We're going to quiz you again. If you want to look up the latest METAR for Salt Lake City, tell me if my flight at, let's see, 6 hours, so 1:30, 17:30, 1:30, 19:30. No. All right. So if my flight's arriving in the next 20 minutes, I was too busy doing math. Tell me if I need an alternate for Salt Lake City. Hi, everyone who just logged in. Welcome in. We're just getting started here. We got another full hour or so of Pip's Plane Spotting Live PPL from Salt Lake City International Airport in Salt Lake, Utah. We are on the west side of the airport today, and our camera's pointed to the southwest. We've got the arrivals coming in the north with a light north wind. Still above minimums. Let's check. But back, I'll send you the link to it later. I'll send you the video, the link later. Hello. Here's our 321 coming in from Orlando. I will, sir. I will send it to you through my channel. See if ATC gives the go ahead for 614. In the meantime, I was quizzing Infidel Fireman, and I haven't even looked up the TAF. I just trusted him that much because he's half a dispatcher now. All right. All right, so the METAR says 3 statute miles scattered at 1,400, overcast 4,000. In that aspect, you are correct. However, we typically, as a rule, base our minimums for the 1, 2, 3 rule based on the TAF. I got myself into trouble a couple times when I was first dispatching because I went off of the METAR, not the TAF, and the TAF was controlling. Now, there are some exceptions. I'm not going to muddy the water on that, but typically you will base your minimums off of the TAF. And the TAF says broken 1,500. So you are right. The current conditions are above minima. So just keep that in the back of your head. But good job. I will give you credit for that. And the thing you always run, I think, as a pilot or dispatcher, and how you keep your license is you always do what's most conservative. You always go off of what's most conservative because that's the safest. So that's one thing you'll probably learn. Nope, never got in a car accident, thankfully. Don't jinx me. And hi to everyone who just logged in. Encourage you to like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And you know, the interesting thing, Infidel Fireman, is that, like we talked about yesterday, you're in charge of this stuff. It's your call and the captain's call. It's not anybody else's. And the cool thing is you can put an alternate anytime you want. Yeah, I did. I had it yesterday. I had to go back in my truck, but I do have it today. Yeah. So we had an on-time departure for broadcast today. Getting a little light rain here now. Some light mist. It's kind of a weak low pressure system that's coming through. Not too much rain. Baby rain. That's right. The old baby rain. BR. Brume. I am not on my phone. I am on a computer. The other thing I'll say, Infidel Fireman, that I learned in transition going from one airline to another, whatever airline you worked for, the rules aren't the same. They're different. So let's say you work for regional and then you go to a main line. whatever you did and whatever rules you had at a regional, throw them out the window because they're not going to be any good. Jose, buenos dias. Welcome. Thanks for joining in. Encourage you to like and subscribe from Cuba. How is the weather in Cuba? Is it sunny and 75? Okay, Bubag. Have a good day, buddy. Ah, oh yes, yes, amigo. I'm sure it is. It is 44. What did we look at the? What do we call the temperature? 7 degrees Celsius right now. So that'll be like 46. I want to say. I'll take that any day. Okay, infidel fireman. So is Sean Payton going to bring the Broncos back to the playoffs? Your your English is pretty good, Jose. Es así, así. Es muy bueno. Es muy importante practicar. Mi español es así, así. Yo estudio español a 2 años y mi español still muy, muy difícil and muy mal. All right. I have to. I don't want to toot my horn here too much, infidel fireman, but Sean Payton, he's from my hometown. We went to the same high school, not at the same time, of course, but Naperville Central in suburban Chicago. So purely for that reason, ah, muchas gracias, señor. Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. In fact, if you go to Kenny Chesney did has a song and did a video for the Boys of Fall, and I believe in that video, Sean Payton is filmed at Naperville Central. I thought that was, I think that's pretty cool, kind of unique. If you're new to the channel, hello, hello, hello. I am Pip. We still got another hour to go. Encourage you to like and subscribe as we wait for Delta Connection 3667 to make its appearance here shortly as the clouds start to gather in here. So he's probably the most famous person that came out of our high school, other than me, of course, right? Because you know, lots of people know me. Starting to get a little rain action here with the west wind. Some little spritzes. What? Kurt Busch? So does that mean that Kyle went to your school too? That's pretty cool. I bet Kurt was probably the nicer of the two, anyways. Yeah, okay. Way after you, that would make sense. If you're new here, welcome in. Encourage you to like and subscribe. We're at Salt Lake City International Airport on the west side. We've got some light showers here just south of the field. I don't think it'll be anything too extensive as far as rain. And don't be afraid to say hi. I hope Chantel is still on. If not, she may have fallen asleep because it is night after all. Yes, showers in the vicinity. For shizzle. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Got a little shower action moving in. We're looking at Concourse A at Salt Lake City International Airport. Starting to get a little chillier. All right, everyone, here's the deal. This week, regardless, this is my last week broadcasting in any type of snow. After this week, I am protesting immediately. No more snow. And I'm only going to do warm weather locations. Rain starts to pick up a little bit here. Protect the equipment. Yeah, I've about had it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love the snow and we needed it desperately. And I apologize if the camera shakes. I'm wiping off my camera. So excuse me for a second here. But I've had it. Enough. I heard it was like in Dallas, it was like 88 degrees yesterday. And in Laredo, the forecast, or maybe it was today, Laredo was like 97. Fire up the old air conditioner, my friend. I actually kind of did have the air conditioner yesterday on my car. Yeah, Dalton, me neither. I'm gonna start a protest or start a fast or something. Like it's cool and I love the seasons, but all right, it's about time. It's almost spring. I mean, this week will be St. Patrick's Day. I'm ready. There's a rare bird we don't see too often, a CRJ 900 here at the old Aeropuerto. Inbound to us shortly, we'll see a Delta connection flight 4332 to from Elko, Nevada. And then before them, though, Southwest 2371, 737, 700. Yes, good call, Phuket. Excellent choice. Excellent choice, infidel fireman. So I don't know if we mentioned, I think we did with Zed, but Like if you work for the airline, you have immediate flight benefits. But if you want a Z, most airlines, it's about 6 months you have to be with your employer. So that should actually come in handy. Once you hit 6 months, it'll be time for you to take a little vacation as the cooler weather comes in. The difference between like if you were to work for Southwest or American versus Z. Okay. Sure, I will be glad to explain that. Love the old thrust reversers in the rain. So we're here at Salt Lake International Airport with a little rain. And it's actually, by the way, I should point out, it's actually this dark. It's just kind of gloomy right now. So not getting a whole lot of sunlight and some rain clouds. All right. So your difference. And by the way, if anybody's new to the channel, I encourage you to like and subscribe and say hi because that's how we go to the channel. All right. So Z, let's say you get hired on with, Southwest Airlines. All right. So typically, most airlines you have immediate flight benefits for in the 121 world. They're within a week and you can start flying. That's a general rule. Z is different. Z means that it stands for zonal employee discount, I believe. So basically, there's an agreement with tons of different airlines and different agreements with different airlines. And obviously, that CRJ 900 is empty because that took off in a hurry. It was a maintenance ferry, it looked like. So these zonal employee discounts, your airline works different agreements with different airlines saying, all right, infidel firemen can fly um, different regions for this much. So like if you were to fly to Phuket on Thai Airways, it'd be like, okay, infidel firemen can fly from Tokyo to Phuket for $150 or something like that. Whatever the amount they've agreed on. So it's a predetermined, cost that is determined. So you'd pay like a cheap fare to, travel international. Whereas if you're working at your own airline, Southwest, Delta, American, whatever the case, you typically can fly just straight free, like as a standby. Whereas Z, you would pay a discounted fare rate. So that's the difference. Most cases. I know Breeze United, I think, charges $25 for their employees to fly first class. So that's not that much. When I worked for Envoy, I had American benefits and I could fly first class for free if there were seats. And yeah, Breeze charges like $25 too for their business class seats. So otherwise, you're flying for free if you work for the airline. So that's the difference. I knew that would catch some people. Yeah, uh, it's definitely one of the perks, regardless. I mean, that's how I've been to all those places. I wouldn't have paid, if I didn't have unless I had a second income, I should say. So yeah, get pumped. But then past the other half of the oral. Oh, and I know one question I was going to ask you. And thanks for the like, by the way. Don't be afraid to say hi. We'll be here till around 2:30 or 3. I think we might do some overtime just so we can catch some of the transcon arrivals if they make it. But one question I remember from my interview with Envoy, they asked me what FROPA stands for. Do you have any idea what FROPA stands for? FROPA? got it, dude. Nice job. I didn't have that answer. Yeah, frontal passage. Good job. And so you might see that on a METAR, or they might quiz you. So good job. Yes. Well done, sir. Unless you type that into Google. Hi, everyone who's just jumped on the broadcast. We'll be here for about another hour or so. Oh, good. I'm glad Cash still has it. Good for him. Yeah, he's a good guy. All right. Looking at Concourse A, everybody who's just tuning in, this is Salt Lake City International Airport. We've got some arrivals and departures. A321 getting to depart out the gate. Looks like 737 800 also blocking out. That 800, 737 800 is headed to Denver, and that A321 is headed to Nashville on a Delta 1152. Meanwhile, inbound to us on runway 34 left is Delta 4332, CRJ 200. Might get Delta 4111 as well from Great Falls, Montana. Delta 935, 737 900 inbound to us. And Delta 696 from Boston. Hi, everyone who just tuned in. I am Pip. We're approaching the 2 o'clock hour here locally. Encourage you to like and subscribe. That way you'll know when and where we'll be broadcasting next. So we turn the camera and see our American departure right there on Mesa. Okay, Bubag, welcome back. Here's our departure to Denver. We'll see if they get off the ground before the arrival from Elko, Nevada on the CRJ 200. Ah, Zaxby's, huh? Very cool. That was quick. Man knows what he likes. I'll probably eat as soon as I'm done here. I'll probably race home and have some leftover spaghetti. I'm back. Back to the future. He's back. Yeah, Cash is a good guy. I'm not gonna lie, Infidel Fireman. The way he parties, I'm surprised he's still doing well. Yeah. It's like, oh, he's still alive? Okay. Oh, he's still teaching? Okay. Mazatlan. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's nice. Living it up. Well, I'd sure trade places with him. I'll say that much. Right now, I don't have another job. This is my thing, man. This is my biz, Bubag. This is what I like to do. I'm only trying to become the plane spotting king, and I'm only 554,000 subscribers behind Kevin and Rudy. So no problem. Just starting out episode 20. It's CRJ 900 headed to Phoenix. Thank you for the like and tuning in. Welcome to the party. It is Pip's Plane Spotting Live, Sunday edition. No, I'm gonna rest for the rest of the day. So this is our Sunday afternoon session, Bubag. So can have some fun. Here's our Embraer E175 from Great Falls, Montana. I did go to church this morning. Sure did. Did you go to church this morning, Bubag? I live in Cottonwood Heights, right there along the mountains, base of the mountains. Stand by. In 60 seconds, we'll have Delta 935, 737 900. I, I tell you what, man, it's not a bad idea. Although, the prices they charge for daily parking here, it's like the same price as renting an apartment. So I don't know. I'd have to live at like a park or something. It's $35 a day for covered parking. So that's like $1,000 a month just to live in a parking garage. Not that I would actually do that. However, John English, who I haven't seen in a bit, he said he gave me some ideas for using sandstone to help heat stuff. So some good advice right there. So I may do that in the summertime, live in my truck in Park City because it's nice and cool at night. It's like 55, 60 degrees. Hi, everyone who just tuned in. Encourage you to like and subscribe. This is episode number 20, so we're just getting started here at Salt Lake City International Airport, but we'll be on the road too. So I encourage you to like and subscribe. That way you'll know when and where we will be so you can keep up with me in my travels. Yep, I do live in the I live at the base of the mountains in Cottonwood Heights. We're looking southwest. It's kind of a cloudy, misty, light rainy day here in Salt Lake City. Next 60 seconds, we'll see Delta 696 from Boston arriving on runway 34 left. And then 10 minutes out is appears to be, we'll see if American 2065 from DFW gets routed to us. Not the best weather for plane spotting, but we still got somewhat of visibility. I think they said like 4 statute miles, which I don't know if I'd call it 4. I'd maybe call it 3. But what do I know? Inbound from Boston. Yep, Bubback, I see you. I don't live in the mountains. I live at the base of the mountains. Hi, everyone who jumped on board. I'm Pip. Feel free to say hi. Don't be shy in the chat. All right, ladies and germs. I was looking for our inbound heavies, and we should have Delta 57 up first. It's about 35 minutes out, currently over Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Hopefully, they'll route them to our runway on 34 left. We'll see. And then Delta 221 is about 40 minutes out. So I'll cross my fingers for us. Hey, John. I was just talking about you. Funny enough, good timing. Your ears must have been burning. I was explaining how your expertise in geology encouraged me to pick sandstone for my truck so that I can live in it during the summer in Park City. So it's cool in the day, warm in the day, cool at night. Good to see you. How's Pittsburgh? think almost anywhere's better than here. It's like rainy, chilly, low 40s, bad visibility. What is the current temperature? Because it feels like it's dropped. 43 degrees. Feels like 38. It is spring break out here, John. I don't know how it is there in Pittsburgh, but it was busy, busy yesterday. A lot of flights to Florida, at least on the east side. And we're on the west side of the airport today. Cold, gray, and windy. Ugh, that's disgusting. Nope, bug bag, I'm still here. Gray, windy, and cold. Meanwhile, infidel firemen, it's like 80 degrees in DFW. Our luck will change soon. Yeah. When I was, when I started to laugh, when I have to tell this story because it shows you how crazy I am, but more importantly, how hot and humid it was in Dallas that day. So when I was going into work an Envoy, so I live in Frisco, lived in, yeah, no, it's fine, man. I get it. Too much buffering at JFK. So, John, is your broadcast just under your name? Then, if I search for like live broadcasts, and so I was driving into Envoy one day, Infidel Fireman, and it was June, which is the obviously when things really heat up, and I took a shower because I was the afternoon shift, so I slept in, took a shower, and then I got into my car, turned on the air conditioning. I'm still sweating because it's so humid and hot out. So I just take my shirt off. I just drive in the car with my shirt off for like 30 minutes to dry off. I don't know if that's something I necessarily need to admit, but that's how hot and humid it can get sometimes. Yeah, Bob Bag, I see you, bud. I know it's probably not my proudest moment. We'll have to check out your stream, John. It'd be really cool if we could, if once they build the new airport and spotting area, get you to do the live stream there. That would be sweet. Ah, okay. I have been to Plane Viz, and I am also a subscriber. So it's nice to put the pieces together, sir. Thank you. I enjoy your broadcasts. So thank you, sir. Yeah, JFK is usually spot on when you do the broadcast. I'm sorry to hear about the luck. That's no bueno. Yeah, it's a good channel. I like the East Coast, man. A lot of variety. Yep, can't beat it. Okay, so John, because I've never been to the TWA hotel, do you like? Is there a parking garage up there, or do you pay? Because I was looking back at staying there. It didn't end up staying there when I flew back from Italy. But or do you just pay like $45 for the pool, or how does that work, or do you own the TWA hotel? Thanks for the like, by the way, and tuning in. This is Pips Plane Spotting live from Salt Lake City International, making friends and acquaintances across the country and the world, one person at a time. Well, I'm going to be too busy, but I got stuff to do after this. Nah, DFW Plane Spotters, what's up, buddy? It is rainy, cold, foggy, all the above today. Yeah, I guess Verizon. No way. That's not cool. Not nice of Verizon. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I most definitely would want to fly the A220 down to Dallas. I did at Christmas time. That was actually my first ever with the A220. Really enjoyed it. I have been to the Valley Fair Mall. Blocking in there to gate Alpha 6. No, Alpha 8. No, 6. Oh, yeah. Fashion Place is closer to Cottonwood Heights, Babag. Inbound to us in the next 10 minutes. We've got Delta 2654 from San Francisco and Delta Connection 3849 from Sun Valley, Idaho. Next 20 minutes will be Delta 1221 from Minneapolis. And looks like that Delta 57 just started their descent into Salt Lake City. Will be on the ground in the next 20 minutes. That's a good question. I have not honestly thought about it. Um, I think I wanted to get to 4,000 hours before I started doing that. Plus, I tried Infidel Fireman a couple days, and he was good for about 5 planes, but then I got distracted. So, yeah, I know it, John. Uh, I don't know what's going on, but it is the springtime, so you never know. I'm just kidding. You were more in Infidel. You were focused on passing the first half of your test, which you did successfully. So you had your priorities in the right order. So it's all good. But yeah, I've thought about that. I was just trying to get to the monetizing threshold of like 4,000 viewing hours. So we're at 30, 33, 3,400, and then we'll probably start expanding things. Got a few ideas in the old head. I have been to Bear Lake. Sure have. The 4,000 mile, it's just viewership, like people viewing your channel, whether it's a video, whether it's the live streaming, whether it's, um, videos I've done like for dispatching or plane spotting videos. It just, they count in a year. They say you need to have 4,000 views in a year, or excuse me, 4,000 viewing hours in a year. So, quarter of the way. Well, I've been on YouTube for 4 years. So just keep pumping videos out. And that's the key thing, is staying consistent. So that's one thing I would say. Not that I'm a huge expert on the matter, but I've learned that consistency and keep doing things, you know, unique content. Maybe it's blowing up stuff. A lot of people seem to like videos relating to blowing up stuff, it seems. That a boy. We live to give here on Pip's Plane Spotting Live and 2-3 right predictions. Infidel Fireman, I think today would be a good day to do for RDub to do some test, some flight, some runs up at Hill. No, don't work at the airport. And thanks for the like for those who just tuned in. Yeah, this type of weather is probably what would be over there right now. So here's our A220 peeking through. You know what I always thought would be really cool, since John and DFW, Plane Spotters, and Infidel, and a couple other people who like to get out there and broadcast. I always thought it would be cool if there was like a Plane Spotters convention. Like every year, you bring in, uh, you go to a different airport and hotel, and you work out an agreement with the airport to, let you spot, and then there would be workshops on new technology like video or photography. Then there would be a a little mini mall for like aviation geeks for model airplanes like Gemini jets, or t-shirts, like of course our PPL t-shirts and whatnot. So I always thought that would be a cool idea. There's one. I had the Well, then now I got to find out. I have not seen it, so now I got to check it out. I know there's a convention for the Gemini jets and whatnot, so I'll have to check that out. Welcome in, everybody, to Salt Lake International Airport and Pips Plane Spotting Live. See that Embraer E175 passed by. Well, there's a parking garage here, Bubag, so you can take pictures, and you usually let police know. So, and thanks for everybody who just subscribed. And if you're new to the channel, we encourage you to like and subscribe as the sun starts to come out. Yeah, yep. Oshkosh is on the list of places to go, DFW. especially considering I have family in Chicago, so I could, be close by. I did not go through security. Negatory, Ghost Rider. Got an A220 100 blocking out. Flight Sim Expo. I didn't even know about that. Where is it and when? See, this is why knowledge is power. Inbound shortly. Delta 663 in the next 60 seconds. Meanwhile, that is Delta 1022 pushing back, headed to Houston Intercontinental. Yep. Have to go through security. This is a secure environment. Here's our inbound A321 from Atlanta. Right, June 23rd in Houston. Okay. I'll have to Google that, check that out. I was not aware of that. I did see, however, though, for any of you flights sim enthusiasts, okay, very cool. Did you see, by the way, I don't know if you have any of the yokes or the side sticks or the accessories, but Thrustmaster, I thought I saw had like $150 off their Dreamliner yoke and thrust lever combo. So it's only like $349. It's typically usually $499. Yes, Bubak, they all do. So yeah, I saw that sale and I was like, oh, very tempting. Gonna save up for the giant video card though. I have the Airbus yoke and the thrust reverser, but I still need a lot more. Okay, nice, nice DFW plane spotters. Very cool. Say goodbye to that A220 100 headed to Houston. Well, that was quick. That guy gets into the air and boom, next one's on the ground. A little too close for comfort for me. Hi, everyone who just tuned in. Encourage you to like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. That way we get to know you a little bit better, and more the merrier. And also, if you subscribe, you'll know when and where we're going to be broadcasting next. Houston, Texas. All right, folks, giving you an update, our heavy update. Not talking about my weight, of course, but our heavy arrivals here a little bit later after daylight savings time. Looks like things aren't going according to plan. Should have Delta 57 on the ground in the next 20 minutes. No, 15 minutes. About 5 minutes behind them is Delta 221 from Paris on the A330 900. We will be waiting around for both of those. So we're going into overtime here, folks. You're welcome. Just for you, Dalton, if you're still tuning in. If not, you're dead to me. Thank you, Infidel Fireman. Yes, for you too, of course. But that goes without saying. Yeah, they are kind of like spaceships in a much simpler form. There's our Atlanta arrival, swinging into the gate. Now things are going to get bright again. Thanks for the like and tuning in. We're in overtime. I don't do Twitter too much. Maybe I should. I mean, obviously, I've got my Instagram page. I don't know. I just, Twitter never, I should maybe, but never caught my, I don't know, just caught my eye. So that'd probably be a good idea. Maybe I'll join. I think I joined and then I did 2 posts. So thank you for the like and tuning in and subscribing to the channel. Welcome in. It's got a race. We got a race between a 737 and an A321. Who's going to get to the gate first? Dun, 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 dun. Is your Twitter DFW Plane Spotters? And is Infidel Fireman yours Infidel Fireman? Ahoy, matey. "60 seconds, we'll have 3742, Embraer 175 from Idaho Falls. Then in 10 minutes behind them, it's 3804 from Helena, Montana, the capital of Montana. And 15 minutes out, we've got Alaska 3488 from Portland on an E175 and Delta 57 on an A330 from Amsterdam. Alaska. That's good. All right. So, Infidel Firemen, I mentioned Colorado earlier as we pan left and catch our Idaho Falls arrival. So, one of the interesting things about Colorado, I don't know if I'll have time, if I am able to get there, is Colorado is home to the highest airports in America as far as elevation goes. Telluride and Leadville, right? Which some of us are familiar. But I have to say, doesn't it make sense that the 2 highest airports in America are in Colorado, considering their favorable marijuana laws? Ah, zing all day. That was a Pip original. I thought it was pretty good. Pretty good creativity. Hey, this is my channel, dang it. What's up, Billy? Yep. That's right, dad joke hour. You got it, man. What was the? Oh, I saw a joke last night on Walt's stream. I forgot what Walt's stream is called, DFW Plane Spotters. But what was the joke? Why do ducks wear seatbelts, or why do ducks wear pants? Plenty high, yeah. Why do ducks wear pants? It's so they can cover up their butt quacks. Ah, that is not an original from me. Yeah, the whole state is high. I'm interested to see how this is going to work out if I'm able to head over to Colorado. Move? I don't know. I don't know if I want to move. I do like Utah. No. Oh, oh, oh my gosh. Well played, infidel fireman. Well played. Nice. Now look what I've started. This is all my fault. And look at that, everybody's leaving. Yep. Nah, that was good. I'm gonna have to share my captain buddies that joke, infidel fireman. Okay, so what do you call a man with no arm? It's a Canon R7, Bubag. The camera's called a Canon R7. I don't know, DFW plane spotters. What do you call a man with no arm? Jeez. Oh, that was the worst. You need to leave. You're the goat. Oh, I don't know about that. You're penalized. Put you on timeout. All right, I'm going to go back to the radar here. All right, so here's how we're going to shake out the overtime. We've got a few minutes left. We were waiting for our heavy arrivals. Looks like they will be routed our way. So next up, about 7 minutes out, you've got Alaska 3488 on an E175 from Portland, Oregon. Delta 57. We'll see if they route them to runway 34 left. There's I don't know if you guys can see on flight radar, there's like an E175 like right behind them. So they may vector the A330 to runway 34 right, but we'll see. Oh, now it disappeared. I think that one already landed. All right, good. Then it's Delta 2710 from Boise on a 737-800. And then our final arrival will be Delta 221 from Paris on that A330-900. So that's how the rest of the afternoon will shake out. Thank you for everybody for tuning in and for your likes. Encourage you to like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. That way you can find all the videos and all the aviation goodness you want. And don't forget to do that, because then we'll also put out a video when and where we're going to be next. School tomorrow, huh? Well, be safe at school tomorrow, Bubag. In the meantime, I'm going to go home, get something to eat, and rest, and then see if I can make it out to Colorado at some point this week. Nice. That's good, Bubag. Remember to do well in your school. School comes first. Last 15 minutes or so of the broadcast today. Pleased that you could join us on this Sunday afternoon after daylight savings time. And of course, now that we are in daylight savings time, we move an hour and ahead, which means we're an hour closer to Zulu time. So instead of 7 hours behind, we're now only 6 hours behind in the Mountain Standard Time. So remember, Zulu time never changes. It's just with the way we do things here in much of the United States, where we fall back and go forward, fall back and go forward. It's kind of like that. So in the mountain, if you're in the central, Zulu time is a time that the military goes by and is the same no matter where you are in the world. So whether you're in Europe or Russia or Salt Lake, it's all the same time. It's different from like our normal time. Like here in Salt Lake, it's 2:39 locally. And that's different from Zulu time, which currently stands at, let's see, 6 hours from now, 14:39. So it's 20:39 right now, Zulu time, if I did the math correct, without looking. Let's see if I still got it. Yeah, looks like I still got it. Woohoo! I'm a smart guy. Yep, airlines run on Zulu time. The operations run on Zulu. That is 100% true. So if you look, it's interesting. So we've got the sun coming out from the clouds, but then right next to it, or right near it, is, low clouds. So you got like this weird fog. So hopefully we can catch the arrivals. There's a Alaska arrival, if you can see that, popping into your picture right now. It's just the time that airlines go by, Bubag. Okay, Bubak. Yeah, Zulu. Okay, so we talked about it a little bit. So Zulu, all right. Zulu is the time that military goes by. Whereas we have our 24 different time zones in the world, right? For your local time, Zulu time is a constant. So no matter where you are in the world, Zulu time is a constant. That's why airlines go by Zulu time, especially in operations, because it's a constant. It doesn't change ever. There's our Alaska arrival, 3326. From Portland, Oregon. We're looking southwest. We're on the west side of Salt Lake International Airport. Yeah, I know, Billy Bull. All right, next up, Delta 57 from Amsterdam on the A330. Dalton, if you're not here, you're dead to me. I can see it peering out of the clouds here. There it is. I know, dude. Missing out. All the way down. There she goes. Yep. I feel like sometimes when it rains, it's just easier to do a landing, and then it just looks so much better. All right, one down, one to go. Delta 221, 7 minutes out. The A330 900 from Paris. Now, if you're new to the channel, you are in overtime. Usually we do about 2-hour broadcasts, but the battery's lasting a little longer today, and they put the arrivals back for the transatlantic flights here in Salt Lake by an hour, so we're staying a little bit after. We'll say goodbye to that Alaska departure. We still got Delta 2105 from Boise, I think. That is arriving right now, and then Delta 221 behind them. Thanks for everybody for tuning in today. And if you caught us, I encourage you to like and subscribe so you know when and where we'll be broadcasting next. And that way we can become friends for life. And thank you for that like. All right. Let's check the old radar. So we have the camera pointed to the southwest here, Salt Lake City International Airport. We are on the side that has runway 34 left. And Delta 221 is our next and last flight of the day. Can we get one more like to 30? Let's see if we can do it. Hopefully this landing from Delta 221 will get it done. 60 seconds out. So, don't know if I'll have a broadcast tomorrow, but of course, yay, we got it. But if we do, I'll put out a video tonight or tomorrow morning letting you know when and where we're going to be. And in the meantime, you guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday as we see this A330 come flying in. And if you have friends who love plane spotting, I encourage you to let them know about the channel. It's free, no cost. And of course, the best part, we'll become friends for life. All right, our A330-900 is on the ground. I'd have to give Amsterdam a little bit smoother landing score, but regardless, love seeing that pretty bird come through. It's a nice way to finish the day and the broadcast. So yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Infidel Firemen. Appreciate it. Well, thank you for your support, and I am always here to brave the elements. This is my last week of snow. Other than that, I am protesting forever. But thank you, Infidel Firemen, for tuning in. Babag and Galib, welcome. John, good to see you. Dalton, yo, dude, we got to have a talk. You missed out. But Billy Bull, as always, thank you to everybody for tuning in. We'll let you know when we're going to be broadcasting next later this week. But for now, enjoy the rest of your Sunday afternoon or Sunday evening and safe travels. And we'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.